Infinite tasks. So there's things that like you should just always be doing. Like let's say you're going through a checklist, you get to the checklist, well,
Yeah.
you can start back at the top again, right? An easy,
And this is actually the name of the type of task. It's not the fact that we have infinite tasks,
correct. It's like if you have
the
a
way you're
task
using it.
type, like
It's an infinite task,
you have
right?
recurring tasks that are like, hey, every Monday you do this, right? You have one-time tasks. You have projects that are composed of many tasks, but then you have infinite tasks. And infinite tasks are things that you can continuous, just on a loop, doing over and over and over again. A really good example is prospecting. Like you can always be prospecting, looking for new opportunities. There's things that we can do inside of our company where we're just managing projects, right? So, hey, you need to go through and get a status report on this. You need to check in with everybody on the team and see where they're at, how they're doing, if they're having any challenges. You need to double check with the client and make sure that they have everything they need. And then when you do all of that for not just one project, but several projects, likely that's taken you at least the full day or a couple of days to get through all of that. You can then go back to the first project and get another status update because we're all working on those projects
Right.
continuously. And likely you're not just doing that one task. And so it takes you a bit longer. You've got other tasks sprinkled in between. So whenever you finish those, you just go back to your infinite task, right? So just
Yep.
status updates, documentation, making sure that everything's up to standards inside the CRM, like all of our data looks good, all the projects look good, making sure that our deals are moving correctly, that there's activities scheduled and being taken on each deal that we're doing. Or have we sent an email to follow up? Have we given us a report? Have we asked for them? Have we done a follow up to see if they're ready to move forward? Those are all things that are infinite tasks. The other thing is parallel tasks. I've done this a couple of times, and I need to do it more. But let's say there's a big project, or maybe I've got to create a presentation for somebody. I'll do that side by side. So literally, I'll assign the task to create the presentation to my assistant and see how they do. But then I'm doing it myself. I was already going to do it anyways, but let's have them do it too. And then at the end, we have a 30-minute meeting where we look at them side by side and we say, hey, which one's better,
Merge them.
right? And then we can do it again on the next time that we have to create the presentation and see if they improve. And then eventually, now I can delegate that task 100% off, and then I'm just reviewing it, right? So those are some examples, but I found it super helpful to have an executive assistant. At the end of the day, it may not be an executive assistant that you need. Maybe it's someone who's in sales because you spend a lot of time on sales. Maybe it's someone who's on the shop floor with you as a shop manager because you spend all your time there. They're not necessarily going to add a ton of revenue to your, maybe if they are a salesperson, they could, but maybe a role like an executive assistant that's not adding revenue, but it should have free you up to then go and do that.
Yeah, I think Tom Reber said it real succinctly in his interview a few months ago. He said, do it and give them your calendar and your email.
That's hard.
Start there.
It's hard.
Yeah. Especially giving away that email. Well, they don't know what they're looking for. Well, you got to spend a little time showing them what you're looking for.
Absolutely. I'm just now getting some emails offloaded. And it's going well, but on the bottom of every email that's sent, it's from my email address and has my signature, but at the very bottom, it says sent by Gabby on Khalil's behalf. So if there's ever doubt, hey, you may call me because that didn't look right,